Hope everyone is well. Hello.
Hey, you're right.
Hey up.
You're right.
Yeah, not too
My
bad. How are
TV's
you?
just turned on like that.
What are you watching?
Nothing. Just turned on itself like magic. Like that. Let me see if I can find the remote. Let's see.
Take your time.
Right, sorted. Ready to go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. How are you?
Not bad. I've been sat in this room for hours.
So
Bored out of
before
my mind.
before we talk about the bubble, I'm very excited to hear all about the bubble, but exciting week.
Yes.
It's finally arrived, Danny Murrell.
Yeah, it is here at last.
How excited are you?
I'm getting excited now. I'm trying to maintain myself sat in this room. It's a bit crazy, but I didn't expect it to be like this, but at least it's here. So
Why,
I'm buzzing.
what do you mean by that?
Well, obviously, when I was planning on turning, Dave told me at 16 that I want to turn pro at 18. I didn't think there would be a worldwide pandemic like this, and
Yeah.
you would have to isolate before you fight. And I had that COVID test earlier.
How
I'm
was
not a
it?
fan. I am not a fan of that. I think I'd rather do a 12 rounds of Mike Tyson than have that done again. Honestly,
So
I
do
had
they,
my head back, touched my brain. I'm not
yeah,
even
so it goes
joking.
up your nose and then it goes in your mouth.
Oh, never again. Well, I'm gonna have to do it again, but I'm dreading it.
So before we talk about the bubble and everything that's been going on this week, when did you find out that you were going to be fighting? Because I know obviously we've had you on before. We had you on when the announcement that you were going to turn pro. Then when you
Yeah,
got signed to MTK Global, we also had you on for a little quiz with Dave. So the Fight Connect TV viewers are kind of aware of Danny Morel. So
yeah,
I know that there was a couple suggested fight dates that had fallen through. And then obviously we,
yeah.
we have the November 11th. So when did you find out that this was confirmed?
I'm trying to think. I think it was about 20 days before, something
Okay.
like that. But I were already fit and training because I were expecting to fight in Spain. I
Hmm.
forgot the date that I meant to fight, but so I was training for that, and then that fell through. And then I just thought I'm in a good routine. And Dave were training for what the Lovejoy fight that didn't
Hmm.
happen, but Dave were in Manchester, and I thought I'll just go down with him. And I was keeping fit, mixing in with Jamie Moore and that. So it was kind of lucky I did. I could have, I could have got Mardy's on and thought, oh, as if I've trained for nothing. But no, I stuck to it, and then all of a sudden I got this date, and now it's happening, and I'm buzzing.
When you are training and you know it's going to happen, but the dates are undecided, and obviously with
Yeah,
everything that's gone on this year, you know that they can fall through. Do you kind
yeah.
of mentally prepare yourself to just be like, okay, we're just training and we're just going to be focused, as opposed to, okay, there could be a fight coming?
It makes it a lot easier when you know you've got a fight. I were on fire thinking that I was fighting in Spain. Training were easy, eating were easy, and all that. And then when it fell through, it's like a switch straight away. Everything becomes hard again, and you're really sharp, and then you kind of lose it. But then when the one came about, this one, and then I was just straight back on it again. But it is nice when you've got a date and you know what you're working towards. So makes it a lot easier when you've got a date. It's hard to train for nothing.
Hmm. You've obviously, pro debut, but you've had a lot of experience in and around the pro scene, whether it's been in gyms with pros
Yeah,
or been with Dave, being backstage. So you know what is involved in a
yeah,
pro production. So do you think that that's going to go towards, helping you with everything that's going to happen?
definitely. If I can't imagine if I didn't meet Dave and obviously going to all these events and meeting all these people and training like a pro. I've been training like a pro for the past 2 years. So I've been doing 2 sessions a day. I've been sparring with pros, mixing in with pros. I've got the grabs at social media thing, but if I were coming into this without that 2 years experience, I'd probably be panicking now. Like,
Hmm.
but yeah, I've got an idea of what the crack is now. So it's just an extra, just an extra little thing that will help me on Wednesday.
Are you disappointed that your pro debut is kind of a little different in that there's no crowds, or are you a little bit relieved?
Uh, it's a weird one. I feel very lucky and fortunate that I can say I'm having my professional debut under these circumstances because there's some fighters that I've no idea when they'll next be fighting. So
Hmm.
so to say that I'm having my professional debut with what's going on, I feel very lucky. But then again, I've built up a little fan base, and people are interested, friends, family, and all that. So it's a shame that they can't come and see it. But then again, it's getting these MTK shows that have been live streamed look incredible. So
Mhm.
so it's kind of like they are there, but they're not. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, obviously, with being signed to MTK Global, you're obviously very lucky that they
Yeah,
have the platform to be able to put on these shows. And yeah,
yeah,
you're right. They've totally been really, really fantastic over the last couple of months that we've had in lockdown. The production is obviously really great, and the fact that it's streamed live on IFL TV means that it's really accessible to people. So
yeah,
anyone, I literally I got a message from someone as I was about to go live, and like, "Hey, where can I watch Danny Murrell's
yeah.
fight? Have you got the link?" I'm like, "Mate, not yet."
No, I'm getting that message a lot, but yeah, IFL TV YouTube is where it's going to be at.
Free of charge. Where would you get
Free of
it?
charge. No charge, yeah. No charge.
But with everything obviously pandemic wise and everyone that's fighting, we're seeing a new kind of way of fighting in terms of the no crowd and the bubble and all this different things.
Yeah,
Obviously, Matchroom were kind of first with Fight Camp, and then we Frank Warren and obviously MTK Global, Top Rank, all the rest of them. But a lot of the high profile fighters have found it very difficult going from sold out arenas with fans screaming their names to,
yeah,
you can hear a pin drop. But you, I suppose, are a little bit lucky in that you're coming from an amateur background, like 50 odd fights. So you're used
yeah.
to fighting in that kind of environment.
Yeah, well, I think most people that's ever have boxing in front of probably about 100, 200 people, but I've never had the experience of fighting in front of thousands of people, so I don't need to need to worry about that. So I think I think it'll just be like normal for me. Kind of might get that like look at it more as sparring kind of thing, but
Hmm.
I, to be honest, I haven't thought about that. I don't think it would affect me. I, I think I'll perform great either way.
Do you know much about your opponents?
Yeah, Dave's told me a lot. I've watched a couple of his fights, and it's all about getting the experience now.
Hmm. Are you nervous at all? Because you're always so relaxed and always so chill, no matter what's going on.
After having a lot of fights, amateur, I know this is a lot different, but I did used to get nervous like days before, but now, it's like it's almost, it takes up your energy, it's consuming, but I obviously will get nervous. I am a human, I'll probably, crapping myself before, but now, now I'm just gonna take it all in, embrace it, because I want to remember, this is an amazing opportunity, and I'm just taking it all in.
How are you finding being in the bubble and being locked in your hotel room alone? How is that experience?
Uh, I'm bored out of my mind. I've been waiting for this. Like this is like the highlight of the day today.
Delighted
But
to hear.
I've just been sat in the room. There's no on TV. It's not very loud. Remote don't work. Kettle's not very good. But I just sit in here. I think I'm out in the morning. I think I've got my way in and that. So at least I can go out into. I think there's like a chill zone and all that. So I'm looking forward to actually leaving the room.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Obviously, in the last couple of weeks, there's been the announcement that you've joined Ingle Gym. Very exciting
Yes.
announcement. So tell us, how did that come about? I know we had Dave on the other night. He told us a little bit about how it had come about, but let's
Yeah.
hear it from your perspective as well.
Well, obviously Dave's got his own career, and
Yeah.
and it were hard for Dave to balance out being, he needs to be a professional trainer because I'm now a professional athlete. It's not something that you can just do outside. It's almost a full-time job, and Dave didn't have the time for for fitting in these 2 sessions a day, and Dave would disappear for a week. We were sparring in Ukraine, and that's me on my own for 2 weeks. And when Dave did disappear for a week or something like that, he would send me to Ingles, and I've been really enjoying it up there. And Dave spoke to Dom and said, can you look after Danny? And he has. In these past 2 weeks, I feel like a professional athlete. Dom's telling me what to eat. I'm drinking the right stuff, the right amount. I'm eating the right stuff, and I do feel like a professional now. So
Does it give you a kind of confidence knowing that Dominic Ingle is not going to just accept anyone into his gym?
yeah, it's like it's privilege to even, him saying that I can come down, and now him texting me and telling me what to eat at night. It's like sometimes like what's going off here,
He
you
is
know?
very strict with his diet.
Yeah,
He
but
has all the guys on a
I
very
feel
strict diet.
I feel amazing. I've never felt this good. I thought I were eating well, and I did a spar, and I said, Dom, I don't feel good at all. I lost too much weight too quick. I told him what I were eating, thinking that I were doing well, and he went, no. He just went, no, that's wrong. I was like, oh
So,
god.
what changes have been brought in? What changes are now in Danny Murrell's diet?
It's just like I thought to lose weight, you had to eat less, but I'm eating more than I would normally would, and I would just made me then feel bad. I wasn't drinking enough water. I didn't know, how much water to drink, and now I'm eating like 6 times a day, but I'm eating the right stuff, so the weight's coming off. So it's mental. I have no idea about all this food stuff, but I'll just, do what he says, and it's working.
Do you feel like it's all coming together for you?
Yeah, definitely. After this, I am boxing it. Some people look at me and think, you're boxing way too heavy for the size here. So I'm looking forward to straight after this fight, just cracking on with training, and I want to
Hmm.
I want to sit around the right way, and I want to live. It's a job now. It's gonna have to be my life. So I'm just gonna, dedicate my life to it and do it properly now.
I mean, when you made the decision to go pro, there was a lot of, talk on social media where some people were saying this is a brilliant opportunity, and then others were saying he's way too young.
Yeah,
Only 50 amateur fights, there's so much more that he could do in the amateur ranks. But you were kind of
yeah,
adamant that your style was going to be way more suited to the
yeah,
professionals. So are you looking forward to kind of, I suppose, quietening those voices?
yeah. I'm glad to, to show. I hadn't really been able to showcase what I can do apart from a couple of clips on, Instagram and me fights. But amateur and pro boxing is such a different thing. I know you're still hitting each other, but it's
Mm.
almost a different sport. So I'm looking forward to showing, why I'm getting this much attention, and that I am, a professional boxer, and I'm ready.
Do you feel like this is what you were meant to do?
Yeah, because I can't do it else. So yeah, definitely. It better be. I'll find out on Wednesday.
But I know obviously boxing is something that's been in your family for a long time. You've boxed since you were very
Yeah,
young. Your granddad was a boxer as
yeah,
well. So how has it been with your family? I imagine they're very excited for you.
yeah. Everyone is friends, family. My mum and dad are absolutely terrified at home, but like most, parents would. But
Yeah.
no, everyone's excited, and I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing to say that I'm having my professional debut. So
When you think about winning this week and when you think about where your career is going to go, who are the people that you want to be impressed or who do you want to be proud of you?
that's an hard question. Everyone. I want, everyone I call a friend and family. I hope I'm doing them proud, because that's what it's for. There's no better feeling than saying, someone you care about saying well done, and
Yeah.
so that's what makes all this hard work, paying off.
So obviously, let's go back to Ingle Gym. We saw they released a video during the week of you
Yep,
sparring with Kid Galahad, Willie
yep,
Hutchinson. How is
yep.
that? Come on. I
It's
mean, like, I know you've been
unbelievable.
there before, but like, just even watching that, you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Sometimes you feel like you have a good spar and you feel like, oh, you're at top at world. You're like, you know what, I might be a world champion, and then you get in with Barry and you're like, Jesus Christ, you know, I've got so much hard work to do here, but it just makes you want to work harder. Like we how much it makes me feel. I've been doing it since I was so young, and I think that I trained so hard, and then you look at Barry and you think, Jesus Christ, I've just got some serious hard work to do here. But it just makes me want to work harder. It just, especially with him being in the gym, thinking that he could be watching me, or he could, you're constantly wanting to impress. And I still had that feeling with Dave, and I still got that feeling. Dave taking me on pads, I, I were a fan of Dave before he's become my best mate. So, and then it's same way Dom. Dom's taking me on pads. You just constantly want to impress these people because these are people that I've been watching on my phone and watching on TV before I've even met them. So it gives you that extra 5%.
What's different that you've noticed about when you're in sparring with someone like Kid Galahad?
You get really nervous and you get tired really quick and you get hit a lot more. That's what happens.
Was he giving you a hard time?
Yeah, it's the longest 3 minutes of my life, that last spar, honestly.
Well, look, I know obviously you mentioned Dave, and a big part of what's happening now is down to Dave and how he's kind of looked after you for the last couple of years and gotten you to where you are now. Obviously, with everything that's going on, it wasn't possible for him to be with you this week and to be in the bubble and
Yeah.
different things. So obviously, that's not how you would expect it. I know you probably would have imagined him to have been there. So how has that been?
To be honest, I spent half of the time in this bubble on phone to him, to be honest. So, I know that he's constantly there. He's telling me what to do, and yeah, it's a shame he's not here. But sometimes it's just I wasn't able to make it to his last one, so
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't cry about it because the situation that's going off at the minute, you know,
How was
it's
that for you
that.
not being able to be at the Matchroom show? Because you've been at all the rest of them, so
Yeah, obviously it's gutting, but and especially with what it's not nice what happened to Dave. You do all that training, and I've seen how hard he's worked, and then for that to happen, I wish I were there to pat him on the back and say, "Come on, Dave, it's all right, on to next." But it's horrible. But it's like the situation. There's a lot, worse going off in the world. So I just need to, give him a text and I saw him after when he got home, and just have to crack on with it now.
so you know, a lot of people have been really excited. They've kind of anticipated Dave fighting because of obviously the link up with Jamie Moore,
Yeah,
and he's looking in great shape and all the work that he's been putting in over the last couple of months. So can you vouch for that?
it's like a switch that most people got really fat in lockdown, but Dave turned into a fitness freak, and it was mad to see. But yeah, I think he's just noticed now that he's got he needs to crack on with it. Like you said, he's a professional athlete, and I've seen in gym and that he's proper on it. He's fit. He's strong normally. When some of his fights, he's been training me instead of training his son. Eating what he wants and just chilling instead of training. But now he's working hard, and I love to see it.
What has been some words of wisdom that he's given you for this week, or has he?
Dave's just straight to the point. It's like you need to do this and you need to do this, but I like that because it just it brings you back to earth. It's not there's no these like motivational things that make you think, oh, am I going to do it or not? Dave tells me what I need to do, and if I don't do it, then you know what I mean. But
Is that important to have someone that's kind of a harsh, hits you with the reality stick, I suppose?
yeah, that's what Dave always says. It says I want to be a world champion, but Dave says, well, it's always you've got this, but you haven't got this, and I'm like, all right then. He says, but I think you'll be a British champion, and then that from from someone like Dave to say that, it makes me absolutely buzzing. But obviously, my aim's got at the top. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
everyone else should be in sport because it's been my dream since being like 6. So it's just what I want to do.
So having that dream when you were 6, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves because obviously we're just having the pro debut, but
Yeah.
has it lived up to your expectation so far?
I don't know. I always thought to myself, I thought I'm gonna have to be a boxer because I don't like school. I don't like doing maths. And my dad's a plasterer. I've done plastering with my dad, and I do not like that. So, and I just always ended up back at the gym. I just always ended up punching a bag, and I don't think I want the best amateur. And then all of a sudden, Dave came along. He noticed a bit of talent in me, and then it's gone from there. I just feel like if you work hard, you can get what you want.
What do you think he saw in you?
I think he just thought I was tough. Dave used to come down to the gym and beat everyone up, and I was the only one still in there at end. So I think he saw that. Oh, this lad's tough. I like him. So I think it was one of them ones.
So obviously Dave is not with you this week, but who's with you and who's going to be doing your corner on Wednesday?
Killer from the Ingle gym.
Who
He's
on
coming
him you
down
can.
tomorrow. Yeah, everyone loves Killer. Yeah.
Love him.
So he's coming down tomorrow. I think. I don't think he'll be there for the weigh-in, but he'll be there for the fight. So I'm just on my own till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. You'll be well looked after, though.
Yeah. Well, I've already spoke to some people at lobby and that, and everyone's sound.
What did they say?
Well, they're all shocked because I'm literally 10 minutes away from home.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, I could chuck a stone and hit my house from here.
No,
When I
is it
read the
Wakefield?
postcode, the fight's in Wakefield, but the hotel's not. It's basically in Rotherham.
Oh, okay. I thought
But
you were in Wakefield now.
no, not in Wake. I think we go to Wakefield on, the travel there on the night. I'm not too sure, but
Okay, so you're like self-isolating on your own,
yeah,
hotel
in a
in
hotel 10
Rotherham.
minutes away from home. It's mental. But I literally basically grew up here. There's a lake over the road. I used to run around that. I used to bike ride here. All my mates live around the corner. My secondary school's literally a 2-minute walk away. It's crazy.
What's out your window?
Lidl. Oh no, it's
Oh,
not Lidl. It's an Aldi.
well, maybe if people are in the area, they can go towards the window and give
Yeah,
you a
that's what
little wave
I'm
up.
gonna tell them to count the windows, and I'm gonna get everyone to stand there and wave at me. Time
Brilliant.
language.
Before I let you go, there's a lot of questions, Danny Murrell, that have come in. So
Yeah.
will we have a little look at the questions? But before I do, and obviously if anyone wants to ask a question, send them in and I will have a look at them. Well, have you? I know the last time I spoke to you when we spoke about fight names, it was
Yeah.
Danny Cool.
Danny Cool. I
Are
think
we
so.
still using Danny Cool?
I don't know. I'm just on my shots. I've just got Danny Murrell because I had to get some shots rush made because obviously I didn't short notice fight. But it's hard, isn't it? Because I've got the song Daddy Cool, and
That's your walkout.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Classic.
have Daddy Cool as a walkout, but I just haven't got. It don't rhyme. I don't think Danny Cool Murrell. Danny Cool Murrell. Like it's not gonna.
Wait, could you not just have a Danny Cool?
Yeah, but I like my
Like
last
Danny
name.
Cool. Yeah, I like your last name as well. If I put
Yeah,
it a work in progress.
yeah.
But usually with
It will
these
come.
things, fans usually kind of like give the fighter
That's what I mean.
the
It
name,
will
don't
come
they?
through time. I think eventually.
So Danny Cool is your walkout. Do we have a colour on the shorts? Can we have an exclusive?
Yes. My good friend Anthony Tomlinson.
What a
He lent
legend.
me his boots, and
Very
his
cool.
boots were blue. So I had to think, right, I normally wear black and gold, but I'm going to go blue and white. So I've gone blue and white this time. I ain't got them yet. This is another,
Okay,
worry
so
for the
we
fight.
could be panicking.
I could be in my pants, potentially. So, yeah, I hope they turn up, but yeah, I'm just getting some more things printed on them and they're getting sent to hotel. They should be here tomorrow, so
Good stuff.
some shorts and t-shirts.
Your hair is looking well. I'm glad to
You know
see
what?
we are
It's looking
growing
about a
back.
lot better after what happened, but I couldn't get it cut. I was literally about to get it cut, and then obviously the new lockdown rules. But I look a lot better with a fresh trim, but I ain't got one, unfortunately.
Still pretty, still pretty. Right, let's take a look
I
at
hope
the
the head
questions.
movement's still on spot.
Okay, there's loads. So I'm gonna have a little look. Okay. Um oh, there's a Richard Loveday has literally asked, will Danny be getting a fresh trim, before right now? Because he said that's
Can't.
shocking, but I think he's just having a mess.
It's not great, but I can work with it. It'll be fine.
Absolutely. Um, this is a question from Ricky Grover, and he has asked, do you get annoyed when people say that you only have the opportunity because of Dave rather than your talent?
Not really, because I haven't really showed my talent. Most of it is being a likable person, isn't it? Like Dave's showed me to you know, off on social media, and people have liked me basically, and then obviously that following, and people hearing that I'm a decent boxer has got me this opportunity. So I don't really get annoyed because it's true.
Well, it's kind of like one of those things where it's a bit from column A and it's a bit from column B,
Yeah, yeah,
because the opportunity obviously Dave has given you is massive, but
yeah,
also if you weren't a good fighter and also if you weren't charismatic
exactly.
and as
Yeah,
good looking as you are, you wouldn't be where we are.
very true. I didn't want to say it myself, but yeah, that's
I'll
true.
say it for you, Danny.
Thank you.
But it's a combination of everything. But I know I said it to you before when you were on, but you're very much older than your years. I mean, you're what, 18?
Yes, only in May as well. Only
A
18th
Taurus,
May.
I remembers.
Yeah, Taurus.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, a Taurus. They are very wise. Taurians are known to be very wise. But you are very sort of mature for 18 years old, and you have a mature head on your shoulders, should we say? Have you
yeah.
always been like that, or is it just a matter of I know what I want in life and I want to achieve it?
I can be immature, obviously. I'm good friends with
We all
Dave,
can.
so that goes without saying. But uh, no, I think it's like you said. I'm driven. I've got an aim in life, and I guess that makes me grown up really because I know what I want to do, and I'll work hard till I get it. So yeah, in that way, I am grown up because I work hard for what I want.
Do people that are of like your friends that are of your same age group, do they find it kind of weird that you have this sort of focus that maybe they don't have? Because granted, it takes people a lot longer to discover, if ever, to know what they want to do in life.
Uh, yeah, well, I've got some friends that are like, they don't know if they want to go to uni, they don't know if they want to, you know what I mean? It is a confusing time, and sometimes I think, how do you not know what you want to do? When I was
Yeah.
like 6, 7, I knew what I wanted to do, but I guess it's different for everyone. Everyone's different, aren't they? But I knew what I wanted to do a long time ago, so
You're very lucky.
yeah, I do
Not,
feel the
I,
same
I've
way.
always said that nothing will be worse in life than to be on your deathbed or like 80 years of age and still not know what it was that you wanted to do or not have
Yeah,
achieved
yeah,
anything great, you know?
yeah,
So you're one
yeah,
step ahead.
yeah, I'm lucky in that way then, yeah. Never thought of it like that.
Absolutely. Okay, let's have another look. Um, okay. Well, Dave is spamming the
Do you know
comments, so
what
I have
Dave
to
already
root
said? He said he's
through.
going to ask loads of stupid questions.
Yeah, he
And I was being
is.
nice to him about him today, so I hope he's put some good ones.
um, okay, let's see. Ian Parry has said suggested fight name Danny Duracell Murrell.
That is the worst one I've ever heard in my life. Duracells are so
I don't
expensive
know
as
if
well.
that would get the vote. Jordan Hodgson has said, Lydia, can you please ask Danny if he can remember when we used to spar?
Yes, I can. It will be cardium. Yeah.
Liam Mitchson, one, has asked Danny, what is your amateur record?
You best asking Dave. I'm not too sure. I think it like between 40 and 50 fights, and it's a 50-50 record. It's not spectacular, but I had quite a lot of amateur fights.
Good stuff. Danny Bach has asked Danny, what are the thoughts on the lad you're fighting? Good luck, by the way.
Uh, he's 6 foot,
He
and
is
I'm
experienced.
yeah.
He's had a
Oh,
good few
very. He had a lot.
fights. He's very
He's had
experienced.
152 professional rounds. I've had 0. So I'm hoping to learn. You know, it's all about experience. I'm hoping to learn a lot from these type of fights. And obviously, I'm only 18, so I don't need to rush anything. So I've got a lot of learning to do.
Absolutely. This is a good question. It's from SW Stewart, and he I think it's a he. He's asked, if we knew COVID was to disappear or things get back to normal by next summer, would you prefer to fight your first pro fight with a crowd?
Well, no, because I'm fighting on Wednesday. But if I want fighting on Wednesday, it's hard to say. I need to wait that long
Yeah.
because obviously, it's like I said earlier, it's hard to train when you've got no fights, and with these opportunities, a lot of eyes are on. There's not much sport going off, so people are wanting to watch. So it's a good opportunity for me to jump on at the minute.
Obviously, you've been saying you've been training as a pro for the last, year or so. But has there been any major changes in the last couple of weeks once you found out that you were after getting the fight date?
Apart from eating, which I normally did before any fight anyway,
Did
not
you have
really.
did you have much weight to drop?
Not really. No, I did
Yeah,
most of it just by eating clean, getting rid of fizzy pop and sweets. It's simple in that way, but
yeah.
but being and feeling good. That's something that's changed. I feel like good and I feel energetic. Normally, I feel a bit lethargic and things like that, but this time, I've done it all right. But no, since I've trained with Dave, it's always been in a professional regime. It's been twice a day, which is an hard thing to get used to anyway.
Hmm.
Because and I've been doing that for the past 2 years and just mixing in with pros. Like I hadn't sparred much amateurs since being 16. To be honest, it's always been top class pros.
Very good. um, this is from Sarah Keane, and she has asked, "What is the biggest boxing lesson that you've learned from Dave?"
There's so many. I can't put it on one. To be honest, I, it's hard to say how much I have learned. Before I met Dave, I thought I knew loads about boxing. And when I first had my first session with David, like a breath of fresh air, I felt like Jesus. I don't know nothing, but so many things.
Very good. Okay, let's have a look. Again, trying to filter through Dave's spam. Um,
Can imagine what they're saying already.
uh, this is a good question. This is from Sam Smith, and he's asked, "What is fight week like for you? Do you prepare with music? Do you relax? Do you play video games, etc.?"
I don't know really. I just chill out.
What kind of music do you listen to? What's on the Danny Murrell hit list?
I'll have a quick look now on my
Oh
Spotify.
yeah, good. Go on.
I'll have a look on my iPad.
Go on.
I've got a mix between things. Very, but I like Elvis. Obviously, a lot of people know that I like Elvis. I got his name tattooed on my leg.
Give us a little look at your tattoo.
Oh no, it's horrendous. It's
Oh, come
horrendous.
on, Danny Morel. Give us
I
a look at
can't.
the
I'll do a
tattoo.
quick flash.
I can't see
That's
that.
all you get.
Oh, go back. Come on.
It
Come on.
is
Is
horrendous.
it an outline?
Right. So it's his signature, and then he has a logo saying TCB with a lightning bolt. And I thought, because I'm so creative and all this, that, and other, I'll mix them. And it just hasn't worked. And it looks like I got JCB. I'm like, people, why have you got JCB on your leg? I say it says TCB. But, it causes many arguments
What does
and
TCB stand for?
taking care of business. That were Elvis's logo on his gear.
All
But
right, come
yeah,
on. Give us a look. Get it out.
it's terrible. Right. This is an exclusive.
That's not that bad, Danny.
It's not horrendous, but it just don't look
Not
like
horrendous.
TC did. But right, music,
Let's have a
Elvis,
look. Favorite Elvis
Bruno
song?
Mars. My favorite Elvis song is "Love Me" or "All Shook Up."
Two
I
great
like Bruno
songs.
Mars, uh, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers.
Danny, this is like classic after classic here.
I've got AC/DC. I like AC/DC. I like Will Smith. This is such a massive mix-up. It's unbelievable. I like a bit of Kanye West. Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder.
Classic.
Beatles. J. Cole's on here. Elton John. Honestly, I could go on for days. I've got a very
You've
broad
definitely been
mind.
here before, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm an old soul.
Now, they're absolute old souls. Um, Liam Mitchison has asked again, what channel is your fight on Wednesday, or when can I view it? It is on
IFL TV,
IFL TV.
YouTube, free of charge. I don't know when it starts though.
I'll post it. I think
Yeah,
it's usually 6:30, I think. If Lee
that's it.
Eaton is watching, he'll be very annoyed that neither of us know what
Yeah,
time the card is starting,
yeah.
but I'll check it out. I'll put it up. Callum Lappin has asked, do you think that you will win by KO or points?
I will not knock him out. I will win by points. I want
Good
to get
stuff.
as many rounds in as possible. You know, because if I knock him out in 10 seconds, what have I learned? Nothing. So
Absolutely.
I want to get the whole 4 rounds in and learn.
Great
That's what it's
stuff.
all about at the minute.
Mason Hunt has asked, what has your diet been like in camp? I know you've obviously spoke about the changes, but can you give us an idea of what you're eating? What are the 6 meals?
A lot of porridge. I've got some porridge here, right there. Let me find my porridge. Just with my kettle. These are the only ones I could find.
Stunning.
Eggs. Normally,
Yep.
right, I just put egg. If I have scrambled eggs, I'll just put scrambled eggs in. But Dom texts me and says, you need to have 6 eggs, 4 egg whites, and 2 regular eggs. And I thought, what the hell? 6 eggs a day? I thought my mum were going to kill me. Or I'm taking a full thing of eggs every day. But, and just
I have a
basic
question.
stuff that I
Are
want.
you separating the eggs, or is your mum?
I separated them.
Very
I felt
impressive.
very grown up. I like this
Very
with it. I
impressive.
can't show you because I've only got one hand, but it's hard work.
It is
It's
hard
hard.
work.
Yeah,
And it's not for the faint heart as separating eggs.
yeah.
Not at all. Joe Aitchison has asked the favorite fight that you've ever seen.
Ooh. Jamie Moore and Matthew Macklin,
Amazing.
new favourite.
Have you been recently watching it?
Not recently, when Dave, you know, said he was training with Jamie.
Hmm.
I did my research on Jamie and watched all his fights, and I think that's one of my favourites at the minute.
What's your favorite fight that you've watched live?
Um, that's a good one. Probably Dave and Nick Webb.
Mm,
That would definitely one of the best moments in my life.
yeah, I imagine.
100%.
Jason Cater has said, Danny, good luck. You're holding yourself very well in this interview. Loads of people actually commenting saying, very level headed young man, which is good.
Yeah, I like that one. That's
There
a
we
good
go.
one.
Right, we'll take one more, and this is from Billy Cruxton, and he said, Danny, what do you think, or realistically, what do you think you can achieve in boxing?
Uh, everything.
Yes, I agree.
Realistically, everything. Because
Hmm.
if you don't want to do it all, then I don't think there's no point in doing it. It's not a type of sport that you just half-heartedly do. It's
Hmm.
too dangerous. So I want to do it properly.
Very good. Final question. How is Bobby?
Bobby, my dog,
Bobby, your dog.
is absolutely fantastic. There's one bad thing though. He's got a bit matted. His fur's got a bit matted, and he's been shaved totally off. All his beautiful curls gone. A bit like what happened to me. And you know what? He's a bit upset. I can tell.
I was just about to ask. I was like, when a long-haired dog, when you shave them, they
Yeah,
sometimes
he's
get a little
upset.
bit upset that their hair is gone.
And he never stays in his bed, and he stays in his bed because he don't. I feel like he's embarrassed. I feel sorry for him. And you know what's crazy? The same thing happened last year. because his hair, he's so hard to look after. You know, a
What
dog
kind
with
of
that
dog
much
is he
hair.
again? Is it a
He's,
Shih Tzu?
he's a shit poo.
Shih Tzu. Whoa, it's a Shih Tzu and a poodle.
Yeah, mixed. Yeah, but
Amazing.
he's not doing too bad.
Well, listen, have anything else? Any final words before I let you go?
Wednesday, 6:30, IFL TV, YouTube.
Any final
Tune in.
messages for everyone watching? Because there was loads of questions. I didn't get to shoot half of them.
Uh, I think I've said it. I think I've said it all.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
yeah.
It'll
It's
be
gonna be
good fun.
great.
Yeah, it's gonna
Can't
be
wait.
exciting. I'm excited. I can't. It's just I'm really enjoying just being able to like watch boxing and
Yeah,
not be at shows. Obviously, I'm missing being at shows and stuff, but
yeah,
it's going to be great. And obviously, with IFL TV, it's very easy to connect. No, I
yeah.
don't have to look for an illegal
Free of
stream anywhere.
charge. Free of charge.
But yeah, look, best of luck tomorrow,
Thank
and
you.
we're all rooting for you, excited for you, and talk to you next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, I'll let you go.
Yep,
Enjoy the rest of your night. What is the plan for the rest of the night?
bed. There's
Good.
no else I can do apart from laying in bed.
Yeah.
Mate, I'd probably play Clash of Clans. A lot of people asking questions about Clash of Clans. I'll probably go on Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans, what's that now?
It's a terrible game that's meant. People say I'm mature, but it's a childish game. It just passes time. So
What's the thing? Is it like a fighting thing?
it's it's so hard to explain. It's just like honestly, if you download it, you would think, Jesus Christ, Danny's such a child. But sometimes you can't think about boxing all the time. I don't want to be non-stop thinking about boxing. You need
Yeah,
to switch off from the outside world sometimes. So little things like that. Couple
absolutely.
of, a couple of films on Netflix and things like that takes your mind off things.
Sure does. Right, I'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yep,
Thank you so much
you
for
too.
taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Have enjoyed it. Thank
Um,
you.
Good to chat to you again, and speak to you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Danny Murrell.
Bye bye.
See you later. Bye bye.